Yep, my dad whipped up something fantastic as always. He's a great...
No wonder you look so refreshed. That's the power of a good meal!
That's right. I was hoping to bring Uncle Acatl with me, but he wasn't home. So I guess you're stuck with me. Uncle Acatl is our chief, by the way. Who better than the chief to introduce you to the tribe, right? I've never given an official tour before, so I'm thinking I'll just explain things as we go along. Is that okay?
Of course! That sounds great!
Okay. Whew. Then let's start in that direction.
Let's burn this breeze.
My place is over there. See that fruit stand out front? My house is right behind it.
You have a fruit stand in front of your house? Does that mean you grow the fruit yourselves?
You guessed it. My family runs a huge orchard. We live really close to the main entrance of the tribe. So every morning, I wake up to the sound of all the people and carts on the road. That's also when my parents start work. So that's how I know it's time to get up.
And then you all work in the orchard together.
Well, knowing it's time to get up and actually doing it are two separate things. Most of the time, I end up curling under the covers and falling back asleep.
Oh, Paimon gets you. Sleeping in is the best kind of sleep. Plus, when you have the Traveler to wake you up, it's no big deal. No, that was just a joke. Don't scare Paimon like that, Traveler.
Well, maybe you can both sleep in sometime. Once I get up, I usually help my parents around the house, head out for training, then come home for lunch. After lunch is when my parents do their delivery runs. So then it's my turn to work in the orchard.
Oh, Paimon would love to see the orchard. Can you show us?
Sure thing! We'll go right after this. But first, come with me.
Let's burn this breeze.
Oh, Coach Yan-san, are you here to do some training?
Nope, just doing some maintenance on the equipment here while I have some time. Oh, it's you two! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty. Look, I bought this at the stadium the other day. Wait, we've seen that graffiti design before. It's not easy to get your hands on one of these. I had to wait in a super long line.
Ooh, I bought a top with that design too! I hung it up right next to my bed. Ooh, you should sign it for me sometime. It would mean the world to me.
Oh, I meant to ask, what brings you out here anyway? We're just doing some adventuring. We don't have any concrete plans. We ran into Veressa on the road, and she was nice enough to lead us the rest of the way. She's even giving us a tour.
It's my pleasure.
Still keeping up with your training, Veressa? No slacking, I hope.
Yes, Coach! Did 3 full shuttle runs, just as you instructed, Coach.
Good. Then we'll continue with the training plan. As for your diet, actually, no dieting for now. As you are. Feel free to use any of the equipment around here. But if you're planning to do strength training, make sure you have a spotter.
Of course. Don't need to tell me twice, Coach.
Wait, but isn't a special diet a huge part of bodybuilding? Veressa doesn't need one? Oh, it's kind of a long story. I suppose you could say Veressa is among the select few who have a natural gift. When she first started training with me, I started her on a standard training regimen and wrote out a simple recipe plan to give to her father.
But it left me so hungry. I couldn't even muster up the energy to make it to class.
Yeah, that was my fault. It was just your average nutrition plan, but Veressa's metabolism is something else. Once I studied her eating habits, I was able to tailor it to her needs.
Yeah, Coach is really thoughtful that way. Now I feel like I'm making real progress. And the training and classes are a lot more fun.
Veressa is currently my top student. She can lift even more than me. Wait, but you're the coach and the victor of the pilgrimage. Don't sound so surprised. This kind of thing is really common in the fitness world. Everyone starts from a different baseline. Wow, that's amazing! Paimon would have never guessed. I'm not exaggerating either. Veressa is extremely strong. All she needs is a bit more confidence.
Oh, well, it's just because Coach is a great teacher. It didn't take much effort at all. Oh, believe me, I'm not. I mean, sure, I can face a few monsters and lift some heavy training equipment. But I'm useless when it comes to fighting other people. I'm scared I'll hurt someone.
Oh, that makes sense. But what about the pilgrimage?
I've never placed or even made it out of the team stage. I'm not good at fighting actual people.
When it comes to power, it's all about control. Take these weights, for example. It takes strength to lift them, yes, but also to control the weight when you set them down. True mastery means control during both motions.
I know that, and I can do it just fine during training. But whenever I have to face a real person, I start to doubt myself. Thanks, I appreciate the support. As long as I keep training, I'm sure I'll get it eventually. Well, we should get going, Coach. I told the Traveler and Paimon I would show them around the orchard.
Sounds good. I hope you enjoy your time here.
Good girl, Vanana. Thanks for guarding the house. Now, let me take a good look at you. Did you have another growth spurt? Hey, I was just taking a look, not inviting you to wrestle. Next time, okay? Oh, this is Vanana. She keeps watch over the orchard when no one's here. She's a tough little thing, but also a clingy baby at heart.
Did you say little? She certainly doesn't look it.
Anyway, this is my family's orchard. Come on, I'll show you around.
Whoa! It's even bigger than Paimon imagined! Oh, look at all the fruit! It looks delicious.
This is the Collective of Plenty, after all. Being so close to the volcano makes the soil extra fertile. So everything that grows around here is amazing. Especially the fruit. We sell a lot to the other tribes, give some to family and friends, and keep the rest for ourselves.
Well, if you have to live next to a volcano, at least you get something good out of it.
That's right. Well, since we're here, why don't we pick some and have ourselves a little snack?
Wait, but didn't you just eat?
Yeah, but there's always room for dessert. Plus, we don't have to pick that many. A few dozen should do it. You know that fruit stand in front of my house? Well, as a kid, whenever my dad was working at the stand, I would tug on his shirt and ask for a piece of fruit. I would scarf it down in a heartbeat and then ask for another. Before long, people would gather around just to watch. My dad told me I made the fruit look so delicious, more and more people started coming to our stand, which, of course, made me want to eat even more. The customers would ruffle my hair and say, "It's good to have a healthy appetite. You'll grow up big and strong for sure." I mean, what kid doesn't like a compliment? So I would smile, which would get my dad to smile, and then my mom too.
Aw, that's so cute! Plus, free fruit whenever you want. Jealous!
With all that said, it also helped that our fruit actually tastes really good. And I'm not just saying that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, and there's an epic feast showdown in a few days, so we're providing a bunch of the fruit for the desserts.
Epic Feast Showdown?
Oh, sorry. It's basically a speed eating contest. We need to prepare a ton of ingredients. Don't worry about anything going to waste. Okay.
Alright! Where should we start? Why is there a mushroom over there?
Oh, that kind of mushroom. They kind of appeared out of nowhere when we first planted the orchard. They grow really fast and don't require any water or fertilizer. Oh, and the flavor is amazing. You can grill them, stir-fry them, or even eat them raw. The flavor has almost a fruity taste to it.
A mushroom that tastes like a fruit? That's a new one.
Yep, that could be. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, if it tastes like a fruit, then it fits right in. Who cares where it came from? Go ahead, pick as much as you want. Might as well get some mushrooms too, and I'll whip up something to eat. As much as you want. Might as well get some mushrooms too, and I'll whip up something to eat. Go ahead, pick as much. I'll grab some of this.
Like it's over.
Whoa, that's quite the haul.
Well, you need a bunch of ingredients for the eating competition, right? Thought we'd give you some help. Oh, and you were right about the fruit. Paimon tried one, and it was one of the sweetest, juiciest pieces of fruit Paimon has ever had. You must sell out every time. Also, Paimon tried one of the mushrooms too. In a weird way, it really did taste like a fruit. We should call them berry shrooms. Well, Paimon had multiple nations' worth of good food to refine her palate. Her taste buds never lie.
Well, thanks to your help, we can call it early today. Oh, I promised you a meal, didn't I? I'll be right back. I'm not the greatest cook, so it's nothing special. Still, high-quality ingredients are hard to mess up.
Don't sell yourself short. It looks great. Paimon can smell the umami from here. Whoa! This is completely different from the raw taste.
I'm glad. This kind of mushroom is a favorite in the tribe, but it's not well known outside the Collective of Plenty. Actually, we're hoping to use the upcoming competition to introduce it to a wider audience. Uncle Atoli has been coming up with new recipes like there's no tomorrow. Hey, you two should sign up. Only if you want to, of course.
Oh, you mean the Epic Feast Showdown? Yeah, Paimon would love to sign up. She might not do very well, though.
Don't worry. You can tap out at any time. Nothing goes to waste. I'll take care of anything you can't finish.
Oh, good. Wait, aren't you competing too? Oh, then Paimon doesn't stand a chance.
You never know until you try. Oh, besides, from what I just saw, it looks like you can hold your own. Well, anyway, winning isn't the point. Just think of it as an opportunity to try our local delicacies.
Oh, good point. Nice! Then let's sign up together! Time for Paimon to show these people what she's made of!
Barbados, guide us. Let's burn this breeze.
Hey, you're here.
It's been a while. When Veressa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it. Sounds like Veressa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Not much longer, Veressa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
About the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Veressa was a key member of that team. Veressa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
Good point. Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh? Hold on. Where did Veressa go? Wasn't she just here?
Oh, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
I'll lead the way.
Oh, that smell. So delicious. Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Veressa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Veressa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Veressa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Oh boy, Paimon's been there before.
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check.
We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Zacatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
It smells so good! Veressa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait. Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa! Hold on! Veressa's plate looks completely different than ours!
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Veressa challenge. The Veressa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Veressa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Veressa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Veressa challenge, and that would be the Pyro Archon herself. Of course, she breezed through the normal level, but the Veressa challenge was still too much, even for her. Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Veressa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Veressa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so you're saying Malika had these portions and she just breezed through? You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got. Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious! Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler! It's amazing! Oh, and this! And this one is... All right, that's it. Paimon taps out. All this time, and it doesn't look like we've made any progress. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel. Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? A Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Let's hear it for Veressa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Ha! Well done, Veressa.
Amazing job! Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know? Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Aw, don't worry, Veressa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Veressa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick? By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret! Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness!
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy!
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Everything was delicious! Especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green. There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way, Veressa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food. Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away? To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control. Command the truth?
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience. Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the Traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. She should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll grill some up right away.
So, notice anything, Traveler? Just like Varesha said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era. Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
Ah, so you do know how to use your brain, young one. You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you, craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Hey, watch it, buddy!
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you. I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? All you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission? Spewing a bunch of nonsense? Even a Hao is better than him!
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom. Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Such insolence!
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating. Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate! No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Careful, Veressa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Ah! Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else. Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation? Enough chatter. Time for my question. Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Ah, man! How are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple. What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Veressa! Let's try and ask the other mushrooms! Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom. Hey, There are 2 fungi over there! Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool! You greencaps are so wise. Just like our Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have 2 choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking!
Did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there?
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere! My cap almost burst into spores!
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first! So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment? So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard, too. Heat really does release their flavor. Okay, let's give it a try.
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akatl and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Huh.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Veressa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Oh, wait! You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Well, here goes nothing.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of Nitpicking, more like!
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely! What about super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano. It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Show no mercy! You two! Time to end them! Bullseye! Open fire! Fire in the hole! Fulfill our pact! Show no mercy! Go as one! Take me up! Bullseye! Let's fly! Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that? It seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start!
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Veressa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me. Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena. All right, we should keep looking. Looks like we can make this jump.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge!
Charge?
Wow, wow! Fulfill our pact! Suffer the wrath of the... I swear by my sword! This core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up. Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead! 6 o'clock! Get to work! Lolene! Eat Papa! Get him! Barbados! Guide us! Why me? You want to stay?
thief. Is there a great toe and weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful. Show no mercy! You two! Time to end them! Wait, hear me! Antenna! Grant me strength! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Heads up! Turn!
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one! This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time! Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask, so I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
Yeah! You had the courage to make that decision, and that's what adventuring is all about! Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
Let's burn this breeze.
Great! We're almost done with the preparations at our side, too.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Veressa and her guest of honor.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time. Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Whoa, the fragrance is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist? Wait, no. Something's not right. Where are we? Where did everyone go?
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us? No. What are you feeling?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like!
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great sage lord of fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
Ha! The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter!
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles. Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this!
Woohoo! Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat, anyway.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well. Then prove it!
Hurry up, Brassa! Ah! Hero incoming! Get to work! Laline, eat Papa! Get him!
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point. Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Yeah, let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
That's it?
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree? Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then... What do you mean, what happened next?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan. And I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from. A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
Oh. Uh-huh. Right.
He jumped down from here! So it looks like we just need to... Is something wrong, Traveler? Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too. And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, he seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
But why?
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Catch me if you can! If you can figure out which way to go, of course!
Absolutely insufferable! Come on, let's find him!
Get back on track. Gotta steer clear of other people. Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Get a load of this!
Watch out, Marissa!
Don't worry about me. I've got this. Hurry up, Grassa! Too strong! Time to roll! Ow, ow, ow! Gotta steer clear of other people. Time to roll! Heads up! Too strong! Ow, ow, ow! Headbutt! Huh! Oof! Running late again. Time to roll.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride. All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump!
Backed into a corner, huh?
We've got you this time!
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
What? How did we
not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
A ball of mist! Oh no, it's spreading!
Ah! They're gonna eat us! Gonna eat us! Eat us!
Ungrateful humans! At this rate, I won't have any clones left! The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much? My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least. Now all of Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are, so if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot! The hotter the better!
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake? No! A volcanic eruption!
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope, which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yeah, for who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind-controlled. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
Oh? Why?
All right, then let's find this mushroom. Hurry up, Brassa! Fulfill our pact! Get to work! Hi! Da! Show no mercy! I swear by my sword! Go as planned!
So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case,
He hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Oof! Yeah! Charge! Yeah!
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom! We know all your schemes.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
it would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Oh, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme. My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
What?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human tongue, I am known by another name. You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage! Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon war. You have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters, and the gods loom overhead, capable of reducing you to ashes with a simple snap of their fingers. Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever, and you only have your own stupidity and arrogance to blame. No matter, my plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon. And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat. And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power. Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering? All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me. You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person. Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom. But now, the deal is off. What did you say?
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected. Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
I may not have my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade-Plume Terrashroom. Because you definitely can't. Right?
Let's get out of here!
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful! And what's this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want answers!
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be! It's just a few mushrooms! Unholy!
Get ready to feast!
More, please!
Guess it's time to dig in!
Stop this at once! Huh?
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms.
What a great meal! Thanks, everyone. I feel like a whole new me.
Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you. Someone planted a god in Varessa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon war.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it, Varessa.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day. Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute? Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe. And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun. Oh, why's that? You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal. But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god. Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia, I need to get permission from Uncle Akatl first.
Right, and it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Amurta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area, so they helped me to get in touch.
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago. Of course. You're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually. I wanted to ask, though, you said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Zamaran?
You know that name?
Yeah, Paimon calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord. We should go see Zamaran one of these days.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once. I would never.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. Process if you don't.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for